So I'm recording this in my little break, so things might be a little out of order. I've still got a mark on my face from the face mask when I've been paint stripping, but safety first. I thought I would give a little background of where I am and things. I started painting the window surrounds in my living room, but then I was looking at it the other day and realized I needed to paint strip this door and cupboard first because, as you can see, the door frame and the door frame and the window surround are very close to each other. They're essentially touching. So I can't really paint the window surround fully in the color and everything because before I paint strip the doorway, because then paint stripped the door frame, it would peel off the fresh paint on the window surround. So I will paint strip the door frame and the door. So yeah, that's the status as of now. One of the hardest parts of paint stripping all of the woodwork in the flat is that the frames have these tiny kind of grooves, and that detail is so beautiful and something that I want to highlight, which is why I'm doing all of this work, but it does make the actual removal a lengthy process. It's hard to get the scraper into each groove and also not nick the wood or splinter it, which I've done a few times. And the paint itself gets really gloopy and sticky once heated, so I have to constantly pause and scrape it off the scraper using a box cutter or the side of the frame, like you can see here. This part of the process takes so long because there's so many layers of paint on each door, and I have to hold the heat gun as close to the paint as possible, trying not to char the wood on the door, but holding it close to heat up so many layers of paint. So there's a lot of pausing in between all of the scraping, and that takes forever. Just noticed that I think the first layer of, I guess, varnish on these doors seems to have like a pattern drawn into it, and I think Because this building was built at the turn of the century, so it's a Victorian building. It was like a working class area. People did not have a lot of money. So I suspect this is kind of like a faux design, like a inlay where like different woods are inlaid into each other to make a pattern, which was pretty popular in Victorian interior design. It could be designed to replicate wood grain, like a more expensive wood grain, but and like from far away it kind of looks like that, but it seems like it's definitely trying to be more ornate, which was often a trick, you know, especially in a room where they'd be receiving people, and so you would want to show off a bit of your fancier stuff. So you can see, I think it was probably a varnish and then like wiped away in a pattern design. And there's some over there too. And so kind of from far away, it looks a bit like wood grain. Maybe a mahogany. To be honest, I'm not great at like what are the more expensive woods from this time. So I like finding little treasures like this and like little peeks into history. It's a shame that it isn't in better condition to restore it. It's also not necessarily my taste. Like better preserved representations of this era of interior design elsewhere. So it's part of the flow of history. So this is my little thank you for your service. I'm curious about you. But I will still be stripping everything and painting. I'm sorry if that upsets people, but that's what I'm doing. Ooh, it's really crunchy, all the paint, but I'm having a snack. I'm having some Bare Bones chocolate, which is a local chocolatier, and it's really, really delicious, and some chai tea. It's very rainy and gross here. But break time. The heat coming off of this door is crazy. It stays really hot for quite a while. But I'm gonna take a little break because I've been at this since like 11:30, 12. And I think it's nearly like 4 o'clock now. But I would like to get the other side of the frame done today. And then I'll probably take the door off the frame and lay it flat on some trestle legs to sand and detail. I'll probably do that in here instead of doing it in my kitchen. I'm kind of tired of having doors in my kitchen. So yeah, can't remember what else I was gonna say. Overall, stripping this frame and the front of the closet door, so not the inside of the closet or the back of the door, just the front, took around 5.5 hours. Okay. Right. I'm gonna tidy up. I'm gonna hoover a little bit. And then I'm not really sure what's next on my to-do list. But it felt productive. Last thing I'm gonna do before I take a break is clean all of this up. It gets really like crunchy when it cools off, but it gets everywhere. So I'm gonna clean this up and then I'm gonna take a little break, have a snack, maybe read for a little bit, and then carry on. And there we have it, part one of the never-ending closet renovation.